Good morning, my dear students. We are talking different topics of psychology, and the topic today, the moment we will talk about, is how to enhance cognitive potential. So, it is enhancing cognitive potential. You see, it is a very important topic. When I say very important topic, I never mean from examination point of view. That is there, no doubt about it, because that is a part of your course. But what is psychology? The human behavior, the life. How you can increase your potentiality also. You can guide people after this lecture that you can enhance your cognitive potential. You can increase your own cognitive potential. So, this topic, class is very important from both point of view, applicability as well as theoretical part, that is examination point of view. So, let us start enhancing cognitive potential. First of all, what is cognitive ability? What we are trying to enhance? What will enhance? Cognitive ability. But what is that? First, we should know that what is cognitive ability. Cognitive ability is defined as general mental capacity involving reasoning, problem solving, abstract thinking and learning from experiences. Your problem solving behavior, when a problem comes to you, how you solve the problem, how you reason, that is the logic, what logic you give, what is your abstract thinking, how you are able to understand the symbols, the abstract ideas from your experiences. This is all, even your perception, this is your cognitive ability. Probably the most comprehensive taxonomy of cognitive abilities is the three-state model derived from Carroll 1993. Carroll gave us a model, and that is called, we say taxonomy means division. It is a 3 steps. Number 1, the first structum means structure. The first structum consists of specific and narrow abilities, pinpointed, specific, narrow, not broader. The second includes group factors and broad abilities, first narrow, then the broad abilities, and third structum is your general intelligence. First the minute problems, how to solve it, when you start solving the minor problem, which according to Carroll is the first structum, then when you penetrate the first narrow one, then the wider opens, and when you cross the wider, your general intelligence will emerge. So, he says it is a 3 taxonomy, he is a 3 structum model. The first is specific and narrow ability, the second is group factors and the broad abilities, and the third is the general intelligence. Now, what are the types of cognitive potential? There are so many. For example, attention, memory, logic and reasoning, auditory and visual processing. You see, attention, how much attention I am paying, how I will pay my attention, what are the factors which may enhance my attention. This attention, is the basic. When you study attention, when you start about the advertisement in the industrial setup, it is attention, how you are catching the attention of the customer. Your attention is a very broad. So, similarly, memory, we have already talked about short term memory, long term memory, then the sensitive memory, iconic memory, echoic memory, all those memories. Then logic and reasoning, what is the logic and how you are solving the problem. By logic and reasoning, what you will do? You will solve the problem. Auditory and visual processing, auditory means what you are listening my lecture, it is auditory. If I write on the board, it is visual. Now, how these are processed? These are some, I have talked only 4 basic cognitive potential: attention, memory, logic and reasoning, auditory and visual processing. Now, attention. Now, attention is the ability to stay focused on a table despite distraction or having multiple terms to perform at once. Focus is critical for a strong job performance, as it can affect the impact you have on your role. Attention directly relates to memory functions, helping you to strengthen both short term and long term memory recall. Now, what is attention? Attention is the ability to stay focused. When you are focused on a task, that is your attention. That is your attention. Now, this focus is very critical for all the things. You are doing a very minute work on a machinery. If your attention is diverted by the attraction, accident will happen. Now, if you are a labor or a lathman or a foreman or a technical person is working on a machine, lot of machines are working in that hall, lot of working there, and he is focusing his attention on his work. If attention is distracted, then mishappening may happen. If I am reading, the distractions are disturbing it, I will not able to understand what I am reading. So, any function attention is very, very important. Even it helps you, it strengthens your short term and long term memory. We have already talked about short term, long term memory. Short term memory means when the amount of learning is less and the duration of recall is also short, that is short term memory. When the learning is more and the test when you are taking of the retention or the memory, the interval is also larger, is also more, that is long term memory. So, if I put attention, then it will also strengthen my short term and long term memory also. What happens when you appear in the examination? You start writing answers of the question, then you focus your attention, this is what I have read, what is the answer of this question, and that comes in your mind, you just recall it and you start writing answer on your answer book. Attention deficit may be a factor if you have trouble staying focused or easily distracted, going from task to task. Making frequent mistakes or not finishing the task on time are three examples of cognitive skill weakness. Attention deficit, try to understand, attention deficit might be a factor if you have trouble staying focused. If you are not able to focus yourself, then the distraction will emerge, and when this distraction will emerge, it will not be possible for you to you will make frequent mistakes, you will not able to finish the task on time, clear, and it will hamper your cognitive skill, cognitive ability. Now, how we can improve, we will talk about later on. First, we are trying to understand what are the basic cognitive abilities. So, I think now the second is your memory. Memory is our ability to recall information, whether it is recent, short term memory or from the past, long term memory. A weak memory can alter perceptions about facts, tasks, dates and times. I have just told you short term memory. You ask me, sir, what is your mobile number? I say my mobile number this. Then listening that, you just start writing on your hand of the copy. Now, just recently you have listened, you have came to know my mobile number, this is your short term memory. Now, yours mobile number which was with you just 5 years back, now you have just surrendered the SIM and got the new mobile, and after 5 years you are recalling that what was my previous mobile number, that is your past, that is long term memory. So, this memory can alter perceptions about facts. If my memory is weak, perceptions will change and I will not be able to solve the problem. If you find you need to reread material or ask for directions midway through the task, your short term memory may be lacking. If you are reading, just reading, after 3 reading lines you see, what was that, I could not understand, I just try to revise, and if you are not able to revise, you have just read just now the 3-4 lines, it is your short term memory. So, if you find you need to reread or retreat material or ask for a direction midway through a task, your short term memory may be lacking. Trouble in recalling names or struggling to remember important facts may be indicator that your long term memory would perform better with the improvements. Now, what happened with me 10 years back? What happened me after 2 years back? This is my long term memory. If my long term memory is more, then I will be able to perform better. My bitter experience which I got 20 years back, now if I am able to recall that bitter experience, I will not repeat it. If I will not repeat it, my skill, my cognitive ability will be better. So, second, we talk about the memory. The third is your logic and reasoning. These cognitive strengths refer to the ability to assess problem and find a solution. Strong problem solving skills are a direct result of your ability to use logic and reasoning. Now, what is logic and reasoning? I am repeating, these cognitive strengths, it is cognitive strengths refer to the ability to assess problem to reach the problem. Assess means to reach the problem. A problem has come and you are reaching, to reach means understand the problem and to find a solution. Until and unless you assess the problem, you understand the problem, you can't find a solution. Strong problem solving skills are, if they are with you, there is a direct result of your ability and the logic reasoning. So, we must improve our logic and reasoning, our cognitive strength. Now, do you frequently ask what to do next? What to do next? Feel overwhelmed or have trouble understanding instructions. Improving your logic and reasoning skills can help you to increase cognitive capacity and expand your capacity to find solution of the complex issues. Now, I have done this, what to do next? Now, if I have logic reasoning, now it will be better. Why better? Because of these reasons. It will not be better. Why not better? Because of these reasons. Then you are able to solve your problem. So, third was your cognitive logic and reasoning. The fourth is auditory and visual processing. Auditory and visual processing involves interpreting the information received through light and sound. This is not right, it is a light and the sound. Light means visual and sound means the sound which I am getting. So, whatever information I am getting through visual means light, what I have written, and sound means my ear what I am listening. Auditory and visual processing works in conjunction with other types of cognitive tasks such as understanding symbols like letters, number and visualizing solution. With this cognitive ability, the speed at which information is processed is also a factor. You see, when you are talking about auditory as visual, you must try to understand the letters, the symbols which are put. Now, letters, symbols are what? Abstract thinking, and abstract thinking is your how you are making the logic. So, if you are able to understand the letters, the symbols, you are able to visualize that, then the information processing will be fast. Now, we write A is equal to B. We do not write IS is EQUL, we are not writing equal, we put a symbol. Just understanding the symbol, I will say A is equal to B, A is greater than B, A is small, putting the symbol A is smaller than B. So, if you have this ability abstract thinking, then the auditory and visual processing will be fast. Cognitive tasks like understanding written task, text, deciphering a map or following directions are supported by the ability to comprehend. How you are comprehending, how you are understanding will help you understanding what is the text material or when you are deciphering a particular map or any particular chart. It is difficult to find your way using a map if you struggle to solve math word problem in a timely manner. This could indicate that your processing speed may benefit from your improvement. In general, strong visual processing skills mean less time spent trying to understand new information. If you are able to understanding the new material quickly, visual process is fast, then my cognitive ability will be better. If I am not able to understand the symbol, I have no logic, no reasoning, conjunction with other, no logic, no reasoning, my logic is poor, my reasoning is poor, my visual processing is poor, then I will not be able to understand the problem. That means my cognitive ability will be hampered, it will come down. So, we must try to increase. Now, this is the summary in the chart I am presenting to you. Now, these are cognitive ability: attention, memory, logic and reasoning, and auditory and visual. Now, this is skill required, and here I have given the example. Attention, skill required, ability to stay focused. What is attention? Just to focus. You have to focus yourself, pay your attention. Now, example is multiple tasking at work. Now, when you do the multiple task if I have only one point, then definitely my attention will go that. But if there is a multiple tasking, there are so many stimuli, before me, then I am to focus, I am to pay my attention to a particular that material, that stimulus. Now you see, multiple tasking ability to stay focused. Now when we talk about the attention, there are so many techniques by which we say that we can increase our attention. For example, size of the letter, if the size smaller, attention will be poor. If the letter is bigger, our attention will be more. Contrast. Why on a blackboard which is a black color, teacher writes with a white chalk? Teacher doesn't write with a pink or the blue chalk. We are making diagram biology when we come to the biological figure. For color we use, but if on a blackboard I write with a white, that will catch my attention more. I will be able to focus my attention more because of what? Because of the contrast. You have seen, on the roads there are advertisement in the moving. It appears, we will talk about the movement as a false movement. If there is a moving light, running light appears, it catches our attention, we are able to focus. Then how we are comparing in a unique manner. You have seen so many advertisements looking which we just laugh and smile because that is unique. So many factors are that. Even your focus also depends on the right hand page or the left hand page, upper side of the page or the lower side of the page. So that is why if you go for the advertisement, if you want to give advertisement on the last page, the rates are different. On the middle page rate is different, left rate is different, because your ability to focus will vary. So there are so many factors by which we can improve our faculty, and there is an instrument in the laboratory. Since we are talking through this media, the instrument is known as stethoscope. Stethoscope is an instrument by which you can measure even that what is the attention power of your subject, how much attention he can pay. Then memory, ability to recall information. What is memory? Ability to recall. After lecture I say what I have taught you, tell me. Now if you are able to recall the points, your memory is better. So example, remember of where you put your keywords. What were the keywords? This is an example, you are just recalling. Logic and reasoning is the problem solving. Problem solving, deciding whether to take whether to take a new job. If you have the ability to problem solving, now a problem has emerged, you have solved. Now you will decide whether I should go for a next new job, means not job on the work, next task or the not. For example, there is a word Ashok. Now I just jumbled it. I not write ASHOK, I say KAOSH. Now it is called anagram. It is a problem before you and you are to solve. Now if you are able to solve by logic and reasoning, the A will come first, then S will come, then H will come, then O will come, then they will come, and you write a show, then you shift to the next job, the new job. So this is your logic and reasoning. Auditing and visual, interpreting through sight and the sound. Sight means vision. They are simple, how you are able to interpret the material which is coming through the sight, eyes, and by the ear, that is sound. And example is deciphering a map. So this was the summary. Now I come to the point, which was the first. We must understand what is cognitive ability. Until we understand that, we can't talk about it. Will not be justifiable that to how to enhance that. Now we will talk about how to improve your cognitive abilities. Now I will tell you 5 methods by which you can improve upon, you can enhance your cognitive ability. You can suggest even as a psychologist to the persons who say that my memory is weak, I am not able to pay my attention, I cannot visual, my processing is low. You can suggest this method and enhance their cognitive ability. The first is that engage in physical activity. First I tell you, then I will explain. Studies show regular physical activity can improve hormone secretion which enhance memory. Hormones like epinephrine and corticosteroid steroid facilitate memory. Cardiovascular fitness translates a better blood flow which supports the brain functions. Physical exercise improves motor skills and coordinations, while endurance training has been proved to protect the brain. Now, what is this point? How you can increase your cognitive ability? Unfortunately, we have come to an era, we have come to a period where, for I am not saying for you or any particular person, majority of us are not doing any physical activity. We are sitting in a AC classrooms, we are sleeping in the AC bedrooms, we are driving bikes, cars automatic, even no gear, no push the button and car will start. No physical exercise we are doing, but people are aware to go to the gyms or do exercise, yoga. I am not talking about that, I am talking in general. So, if you do the physical activity, what will happen? It will enhance your memory. Why enhance your memory? Because it will improve the secretion of hormones which are responsible for the memory. What are hormones? Hormones are the chemicals, hormones are the products which are produced by endocrine glands, ductless glands, you know very well, pituitary. The topic is not the glands which is called your master granthi present in the brain. We will talk about all those glands. I have given just put the names there, clear. So, if you work hard, the hormone physical activity, the hormone secretion will be more. When the hormone secretions will be more, the hormones responsible for the memory will facilitate the memory. If the memory is facilitated, then your cognitive ability is enhanced. People say run and do the yoga. I am not preaching yoga, I am not taking the class on yoga. Now, when we do Lom Vilom. Now, what is that? You inhale oxygen and then you exhale oxygen. It is not only the exercise of the lungs, not only the exercise of the lungs, but the oxygen goes to the brain also. When oxygen goes to the brain cells, special type, which are called neurons, the oxygen will stimulate those neurons, and when these neurons are stimulated, they are rich, then our memory will be more. So, physical activity is an important for enhancing the cognitive ability, for enhancing your this thing. Now, I have used a word which I have just explained. What I read before you, physical exercise improves motor skills definitely and coordination, while enduring training has been proved to protect the brain. What is this endurance training? What is endurance exercise? And now, the second point I have explained, endurance training is also called aerobatic exercise. Now understand aerobatic. Endurance exercise increases your breathing and heart rate. I have just explained you. This exercise includes walking, jogging, swimming, biking, jumping rope. We jump the rope which we used to do earlier when we were just child. Now, we have just left that. Now, as a fashion, we might be doing the jumping ropes. Now, number of people I have seen now in the morning, this take a cycle and they go on the cycle at 1 kilometer, 2, 3. This is enduring. Clear? This enduring training which you are now, enduring term is clear. This walking, jogging, swimming, jumping rope, etc. It what happens? Breathing, and this breathing helps your heart also, and oxygen goes to the brain. So, if you want to increase your cognitive abilities, if you want to improve your cognitive abilities, you will have to do the physical exercise. The second is accept new challenges or experience. Don't run away from the challenges, don't run away from the experience, face it. Not only does a new experience expand our processing skill, but it can also improve our reasoning and analysis ability by exposing one to new ideas. Meeting different new people and exploring new places can introduce you to new ways to thinking, communicating and problem solving. This can improve memory and speed up ability to process information. You see, There are some people who want to do the routine work. If you change their job, you change their work, they are frustrated and start complaining to the higher authority. Sir, they are just disturbing me, they are just harassing me. There is a harassment, changing my job. But if we want to increase our cognitive ability, you accept the new challenge, you accept do the experiences. Now what will happen when the new challenge will come before you? Now you will have developed the new ideas to solve that problem, and when you are trying to develop the new ideas to solve that problems, your reasoning and analytic capacity will enhance. And if we are doing a routine work, if I am teaching you one paper throughout the year and throughout my life, I will not able to think about the other areas of psychology. I tell you, when you will come to the post graduation level or when you come to the higher, in psychology there is a technique of factor analysis, and after factor analysis you are to name the factors also. Depending upon the correlations or the data which you are getting, you are to interpret you are give the naming, that is called naming a factor, and that is a very tough job. You are to use brain and you do the whole analysis. When I became lecturer, my first student did PhD under me, and there I took the factor analysis in the thesis, and I had to write the names. I couldn't do that. I went to my teacher, my sir, a renowned psychologist. You all know, might be knowing, late Professor M.C. Joshi Sahib. He was my teacher. I did my PhD under the supervision of Professor M.C. Joshi. I went to sir, and sir, naming is very difficult. You just help me, and what will be the names? Sir said, now you are an assistant professor, go and do the work. Now that was a challenge for me. I exercised and I named, and when after doing that, sir asked me that I will check. He, after checking, he said, well done beta, you have done very good job. If I have not accepted this challenge, I would not able to name the factors. Now I have no difficulty. So if you want to enhance your cognitive ability, you just accept the new challenges. Don't run away from those challenges. Play brain games. Third is the play brain games. There are a variety of brain games available for mental exercise. These are not only fun to play, but they can also improve your cognitive weakness and develop strength. Practicing these games for a few minutes each day can refine your problem solving and processing skills. There are so many brain games, you know very well. Sudo, when you name the horizontal, vertical, this faculty, mental faculty should work on, it should not stand still. Now when you play we might have seen some children, you might be Rubik's, putting red line, then making cross, then making a symbol of the multiply, and like that. If you do the brain games, it will help you in the problem solving. Your cognitive weakness will automatically go away. So you also try these brain games if you want to improve your cognitive ability. Then the fourth is get quality sleep. You must get the quality sleep. Allow your brain the time it needs to repair and regenerate by processing the information you have learned throughout the day. Sleep triggers the brain to file, store and compartmentalization information for retrieval later on. After all, this is a human machine. If you are able to get a quality sleep, means you not just a snap, you have a quality sleep of 6 hours, 7 hours, then the brain will be able to press and it will compartmentalize the information you are get, and later on this storage will help you in recalling in your memory. So get a quality sleep, and don't some say you have a 1 hour, 2 hour sleep. No, if you really want to grow cognitive ability, have a sleep, but it doesn't mean have 12 hours sleep. I don't mean at all. 6 hours, 7 hours is sufficient. And fifth is reduce stress. Reducing stress gives your brain the freedom and space to perform its function as efficiently as possible. To reduce stress, you might consider reading or meditating daily 10 to 15 minutes or scheduling some time for any activity which gives you pleasure. Now, when stress comes, it has two impacts, biological and psychological. Biological impact is that this stress creates the problem which is called psychosomatic disease. Psycho means psychological, soma means body. Psychological factors which are affecting your body, peptic ulcer, hypertension, bronchial asthma, ulcerative colitis, there are so many categories. I am not talking about that at the moment, but psychologically it impacts. When you are in stress, the memory for some time goes away, your perception changes. Now, when you feel stress, whatever work you are interested in, do that. You want to listen music, listen, 10 to 15 minutes, relax, listen music. You want to go kitchen, go to the kitchen. If you are interested in cooking, go any work you want to do. So, if you do this work, your stress will be reduced. So, if you want to really increase your cognitive ability, reduce stress, have quality sleep, and then play brain games, and then accept new challenges, don't run away, new experiences, and engage in the physical activity. These 5 methods will improve your cognitive ability. So, in this lecture, first we talked about what are the cognitive abilities and how we can improve upon. I am sure from a psychological point of view this is important, but you can use on yourself, and yet you can use for the counseling purpose. The people who are coming, they want from a psychologist, they expect from a psychologist how to enhance their cognitive skills. So, this was all about enhancing cognitive skills. Thank you very much.